Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have our mystery tackle box that came in, a monthly subscription. And this is our January Bass Elite box. So we are going to do an unboxing, show you guys what's in there, and see what kind of goodies are there. I've already kind of opened it up just to check it out. Gotta take a quick look. First one right on the top though is by Hyperlastics. It's kind of cool. It's a 7 1/4 inch worm. It's called the Worm Spin. Yeah, Worm Spin. Purple worm with a chartreuse little blade on the bottom here. It even comes with a 5/0 hook there. It's pretty neat. So you've got the whole rig right there. You're ready to go. Just tie it on and go. Give you some rigging options on the back here. Let's see here, try to show it so you can read it. So it's right side up. Yeah, okay. That's pretty cool. I like that. I'm not quite sure about the chartreuse blade, but that purple worm looks pretty sweet. Who knows? Maybe that chartreuse blade. I feel like that chartreuse blade might attract the bites at the back end and the hooks up here. But who knows? Maybe you'll see that as the tail and it'll go right straight for the head of the worm. Cool bait though. I think we're gonna give it a shot. I mean, I'm gonna actually try this. I will actually probably throw this in the weeds, throw it into some thick cover, probably throw it on some heavier line, and this hook seems pretty stout, so that should take the beating. Although for a 5/0 hook, it doesn't look the greatest. It is belly weighted. It's a belly weighted hook. Not quite sure that I like that, because you gotta slide that weight that's on the hook. You gotta slide that through the plastic. Now it says it's soft and tough. Well, we'll see. Hyperlastics. I've never thrown these, so I can't really tell you about the plastics and how that works. But it looks pretty cool, and looks like something we're gonna give a try. And like I said here, you can do like they show you like you saw on the back side. Plenty of different ways to rig it. Maybe a sweet rig would be the Carolina rig. That's one that they got there. Nice bait there. Oh, this next one is a Z-Man bait. We got the Hercules Swimbait. Heard about these, never thrown them, but that hook, man, that hook is stout. This thing's gonna take a beating, and it's Z-Man, so it's got the colors. This color is Houdini. It's weighted. What is it weighted? It's a 4-inch bait. It's a 3 ounce. So it's weighted 3 ounce, and yeah, I mean, I really like that color. I mean, I really do. I mean, I haven't thrown a lot of Z-Man stuff. I don't have anything against Z-Man. They got really good baits. The Elastec plastic is awesome, but this color, I'd be tempted to throw this for some smallmouth. It looks super natural. And it looks like something that they could just destroy. Just throw it over some rocks and boulders, in and out through sparse weeds and cover. I feel like you're going to get bit. I can't tell you about the action, but I do like the tail. It's got a paddle tail, and it's got a little bit of it's a little bit of a different paddle tail. You can see that there. So a little bit of different action. I think that's gonna be a pretty good bait. Who knows? We might give that a shot too. I've got so many baits I want to try, but I gotta find more time. Too many tournaments set up. Next one in the box here, we're gonna go through the Kalin's Flippin' Stalker Jig, 3/8 ounce. So you guys have seen these on here before. Let's just pop that guy out. Look at that right here. So it says it's a flipping stick. We're not dealing with sticks here. A flipping jig. So there it is there. But you know what? this is a bait or a jig that I'd feel comfortable swimming in and around cover too. You know, bounce it in through there. But yeah, I mean, that's a pretty solid jig. Green pumpkin. Looks like a little bit of a red and copper on there, maybe black. Maybe not so much copper, but a little bit of red on the skirt. I don't know. I like it. That's I mean, it's just definitely something I can see working for sure. And just kind of like a lot of where I would throw a lot of my jigs is I like throwing them heavy cover. Heavy cover in and around docks. You know, I say a lot about docks, but I don't fish docks as often as I should, or do. Well, maybe not should. I don't know. I don't have a lot of confidence around docks, but they do work around docks. I mean, I've seen it done. I really do like fishing these around sparse cover and in and around in heavy cover too, but mostly like around the weed edges. And then, you know, the pencil reed fields, I like throwing them up in there and just drag them through. Just a slow drag, you know, just drag it back, reel down, drag it back, reel down. And a lot of times, I mean, I've gotten bites as I'm reeling down because it's paused. And I've also gotten bites as I'm dragging. The only thing is when you're doing this and you're dragging and you're up high, so your rod's vertical, you get that bite, get ready. You reel down quick and set that hook and just bring them to town. Because I mean, technically, when you get up that high, I mean, you're at a huge disadvantage. Huge disadvantage. You got to try and catch up with that fish before they wrap you all in around all those weeds. So, like the jig a lot. Now we got we're jumping into it's by Lucky John. It's called the Shad 80X crankbait here. Nice little crankbait. Looks like it's it'll dive 0 to 2.3 feet. And looking for a color here. What do we got for a color? I don't know, but we got a black back, blue, silver, white belly. I mean, it's a solid color. I like that color, but not my first color I go for. I really like the elegy bone color. I really do. But this has its time and place, and sometimes when it's sunny out, and when the sun shines down and reflects off that body of the bait. So. Where am I going to fish it? Probably around, you know, your typical stuff. It's not a square bill, so you're not going to really be able to bounce it. It's a rounded bill, so when it comes up to cover, it's going to kind of, you know, do one of those things. So, you know, be careful around wood. We throw it in around docks and stuff like that. Just be careful when you bump it up against things, or bump it up against them. You get bit, you get bit. If you don't, you might hang up, but just go and retrieve it. We're going into crankbait here. This is got the Googan squad Recon, and this is, I believe, this is Cosmo Shad, Cosmo something, Cosmo Shad. I'm really terrible. I don't throw the Googan cranks very often. I had, you know, I've thrown them. I used to throw them quite a bit. No reason why I stopped. I also have a lot of Rapala, you know, DTs, so I've been throwing a lot of those too. But you know, these are pretty good. I haven't had any issues with these. You know, they're really solid baits. They got good colors. My favorite color is the yellow. Well, not yellow. What is yellow? But they call it chartreuse black back. But it's a yellow body, kind of like this, but a little bit brighter yellow, and a black back. That is my favorite color of all time. I will throw that clear water, dirty water, whatever you want. I will throw it at all times. This one dives 8 to 12 feet, and it's not the flat-sided, which is okay. I've gotten some good bites on these, so they work. Check them out. Good crankbait to throw in the box. So you got a shallow crankbait, and you got a little bit deeper one. Next we have the 10,000 fish Yoda worm. I've really grown you know, really grown, you know, to use this worm. Can't talk. I've gotten really good at, or really used to throwing this worm lately, and it's been really good for me. I've been trying it out, and the only problem I have is that little tail. It just gets bit off by little perch and bluegills. But these things, they've got good action. They move some water. I throw them on bladed jigs. I'll throw them on, you know, spinner baits, or you can throw them on a Texas rig, punch it, you know, whatever you want to do. These are really versatile baits, and they work pretty good. They got some stink to them too. It's not like super stinky, and they're not really super greasy either. So I don't like it when they're really super greasy. I do like that they have stink to them, but this what is this, sunfish bluegill? This is called bluegill color. And this is their larger version. This is a 4.75 inch. I've used these. I've used the smaller ones too. These are pretty good. I like them. Okay, next one we have, it's a sample pack from Carl's Amazing Baits, and it's their bug, their little beaver bug. That's not the name of it. I don't know what their name is. It's on the card in here. Let's get that card out. What is it? What do we got here? It's inside card. Gotta hang on to that thing. Cosmos Baits Varmint. The Varmint is what these are. So they're small, compact, which is okay. You know, I feel like these things would be pretty good for some smallmouth. Largemouth on pressured lakes, if you got them, spotted bass, just keep them small. Throw them on a shaky head. Maybe if you throw on a Texas rig, you're gonna have to do a smaller, like a smaller hook, which that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Or just go weightless. You know, if you're in shallow water and you know that they're there, you're going around docks, go weightless. You know, I mean, looks like it's gonna have some good action. So, very versatile. Green pumpkin, it looks like. Green pumpkin color. So, some good plastics there. We got a couple of things left. All right, so another Googan baits. How many Googan baits was it? 1, 2. Okay, 2. Sorry, I thought it was more than that. But we got the trench hog. And this is is this a junior? Or is this a larger one? Yeah, this is a larger one, not the junior. Okay, so we got the trench hog in the watermelon flake color. Sorry about that. And I've used these a lot. You know, a lot of times when you're throwing like heavy worms, big heavy worms, and you're not getting the bites you're thinking you should be getting. I like to throw these on and try that out. Sometimes you get those bites that you know, it's just something different. You got a long twin tail here. See that? That tail, it's actually quite a bit longer than normal, and it's a twin tail, so you know, it's like 2 long craw pinchers, and that gives off some pretty good action, and sometimes picks up the bites that you've been missing. It has for me anyways. And watermelon red, that's always a really good color. You know, it's a really good natural color. You can throw it in any kind of natural lakes. And you know, the bait, you know, a lot of times I'm going to throw this on a Texas rig. I typically don't throw it any other way. I have heard of guys throwing it on like you know, swim jigs, but I feel like it's too much plastic for a swim jig. It's worked for them, so I don't know, maybe that's an option. But typically I'm going to throw this on a Texas rig with like a 4/0 or 5/0 you know, worm, or a hybrid hook that's between a worm and EWG with a 1/4 ounce weight in the front. I typically peg all my weights, but some guys swear against not pegging unless they're going in the odd brush and stuff. So I don't know, give it a try. They've worked for me. I like these. I've got some, as you guys probably have seen in some of my other videos, I've got some on the wall, but you know, I don't use them a ton, but when I have, they've been successful for me. So next thing we got in here is some 3/0 EWG hooks from Spear Point. You know, we've had some of these hooks on the channel before. These are good hooks. They're not very heavy duty. They're not very stout. So they're more of a finesse style hook. And I think that they're going to be doing, or I think I'm going to be throwing more of like, say, a weightless lunker log or a weightless Senko on here. And I mean, you can maybe use these as Texas rigs too, but don't set the hook too hard. This hook might bend out. I mean, with that said, pretty good hooks. Like they really stick, and they're really sticky hooks, and they do penetrate that fish's mouth pretty good. So, you know, these hooks, you know, are good hooks. So seeing we get the what's inside card. Always, you know, the dibble, and we got a decal from Catchco. Smaller decal here, a little bit of a little crank. It looks like it's yeah, I don't know what it is. It looks like a shallow diving crank here. Pretty cool little decal. But that's the box, guys. That's the January mystery tackle box Bass Elite unboxing. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this. And we got some other stuff coming. If you've seen over my shoulder here, we got some more boxes here. So we got some other stuff coming. So stay tuned for that. And we'll catch you in the next video.